Hey, what's up, humans? Welcome back to the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. This is episode 21, where in the last episode we helped out Thane and Garrus on the Citadel with their loyalty missions. And as you can see, we're going to be throwing a curveball today. So, let's get right into it. Let's get you guys up here so I can see y'all. And I was just trying out some new stuff. I don't know how to do that intro. Very short. Short and to the point. Let's have a talk with everyone, and then we will get on our way to the Hawking Eta Cluster. That's where the planet Klendagun is, which I feel it's important. I feel Klendagun is very important. So. Update on the kid. Captain Bailey, CSEC. Hey Shepard, just wanted to let you know that the Drell kid's doing okay. Everything's taken care of legally and he's doing some work for me. Helping me deal with some trash in the wards. Maybe make life better for some of the kids like Mouse. Not perfect, but then, what is? Don't know if your Drell and mine are talking. I told him life was too short not to, but I don't know if it took. Good luck out there, Bailey. Oh, you're not going to say it this time, Kelly? No? Alright. Let's see here. Do we have anything to upgrade? And should we retrain our powers? Yes. Yes, we should. I see something I don't use, so maybe we should either use it or don't use it. But considering where we're going to be here, doesn't cost that much, but yeah, cryoblast. Snap freeze your targets, and then multiple targets, or potency. I don't think the really cryoblast gets good until Mass Effect 3. So we won't be putting points into that. Let's definitely get the ones that we do need. Assault armor. Raider. And I want to max out warp and overload. So we had to do 2 points in throw. And I think that that's good enough considering what we actually use it for. So that's good. That's great. Morden. I would like to speak, Morden. You look like you're in distress or something. Or in delusional fantasies? Yes. Hi.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Yes, good timing, in fact. Excellent. Made breakthrough. Can share results while next samples grow. Hate waiting for culture analysis. Never fast enough. Usually no result in advance. Just checking work. Have to be careful. Getting off track. Discovery. Based on Prothean collector connection, can examine technology, chart Reaper species modification, fall of Protheans.
Yes, tell me.
Tell me what happened.
Early stages similar to indoctrination, can guess captured Protheans lost intelligence over several cloned generations. Cybernetic augmentation widespread afterward. As Protheans failed, Reapers added tech to compensate. Mental capacity almost gone, replaced by overworked sensory input transfers. Transmitting data to masters.
Is there anything we can do to help them?
No. No glands replaced by tech. No digestive system replaced by tech. No soul replaced by tech. Whatever they were, gone forever. Understand now? No art, no culture, closer to husks than slaves. Tools for Reapers. Protheans dead. Collectors just final insult. Must be destroyed.
I didn't think you needed any more motivation than you already had to stop the collectors.
Enjoyed challenge. Saw necessity of attack on collectors after Plague on Omega. Their work, my people. Hard to care about two armies. One wins, one loses. Always work to do after. Now, have more context. See what collectors are. Wasn't looking for other work before. Don't mean to imply that. Just committed now. Won't let you down.
Good, Morden.
What is it about the collector's modifications that bothers you so much?
Disrupts socio-technological balance. All scientific advancement due to intelligence overcoming, compensating for limitations. Can't carry a load, so invent wheel. Can't catch food, so invent spear. Limitations. No limitations, no advancement. No advancement, culture stagnates. Works other way, too. Advancement before culture is ready. Disastrous. Saw it with Krogan. Uplifted by Solarians. Disastrous. Our fault.
You blame the Solarians for what the Krogan did?
Yes, like giving nuclear weapons to cavemen. Krogan unprepared for spaceflight, technological advance. Krogan could have evolved alone, worked out aggression, been ready to use new tech responsibly. Instead, Solarians came, disrupted Krogan culture, used Krogan as blunt instrument against Rachni. Short-sighted. Foolish.
But that also ties into his, well, not his, but kind of what Solarians do. So, the Rachni wouldn't have come out and, you know, they wouldn't have attacked everyone else if the Solarians didn't go where they shouldn't have. So that's the thing here. The Solarians caused both of these wars. So, and then, for the most part, sterilized them. Which we are going to talk about that.
If you feel that way, why did you work on the genophage modification?
Talked before. Best option. That or kill them all. If around during first contact, would have argued against it. Wasn't there then. Do what I can.
Interest in art.
You said the collectors had no art. I had no idea you cared about that kind of thing.
Personal interest negligible. Sang a little. Multi-species productions for cultural exploration. Gilbert and Sullivan always had me do the patter songs. But not about me. Cultural artistic expression reflects philosophical evolution, interest in growth, perspective, observation, interpretation. Suspect you won't see any art in collector base. Culturally dead. Tools for Reapers. Worse than the Geth.
I'm sorry. I know that was important, but you performed Gilbert and Sullivan?
I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. I've studied species Turian, Asari, and Batarian. I'm quite good at genetics as a subset of biology because I am an expert, which I know is a tautology. My xenoscience studies range from urban to agrarian. I am the very model of a scientist Solarian.
Thank you, Morton. Thank you. That is one of the best things in this game. It's so good, in fact. Why don't we sing along with him?
I'm sorry. I know that
Or
was
you're
important,
supposed to
but
in these patter songs.
you performed Gilbert and Sullivan?
I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. I've studied species Turian, Asari, and Batarian. I'm quite good at genetics as a subset of biology because I am an expert, which I know is a tautology. My xenoscience
In those
studies
parts.
range from urban to agrarian. I am the very model of a scientist Solarian.
Praise the sun. Humans. That's one of the best performances in video games, period. But as we wind up here towards the end, that's where this game starts to become really epic. So that was everything that we had for him.
Thanks for sharing what you've learned, Morton.
Proud to be here, Shepard. Thank you for including me.
Scientist Solarian. Yeah. Jacob, do you want to talk? Come on. Come on, buddy. Talk to me.
Commander, can I help you with something?
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Sounds good. I could use some downtime. There's always something, right? The way some people talk, we may as well be dead already. Hard for the crew to relax on this kind of job.
No kidding. The next Normandy gets a lounge.
We have one.
They better not need to do this again. Rebuilding everything was a pain in the ass.
I can verify that.
Yeah, I bet you can. I doubt they'll front the money to stitch me back together if we screw it up. It's a hell of a job, isn't it, Shepard? Being the good guys.
Wouldn't be the high road if it was easy.
You've got to figure, if all the people hoping we win stood up, the collectors would have a much bigger fight on their hands. Claws, whatever. I bet we have a lot more friends once we win. Hope we live to see it.
I hear that.
Anyway, I need to get back to work. Good talking to you.
Jacob, where are my other weapons? I've unlocked them all. Me. We're gonna be in some shit. Should I bring the firestorm with us? We don't particularly want to get close. It's either the collector beam or the firestorm that we should bring. Actually, because I'll just want it to be over, we're gonna bring the nuke. It's not an actual nuke, yes I know. Alright, the rest of the crew. I assume that Miranda will only keep saying the same thing, so.
I bumped into Zaid recently. Quite the character. Given how much violence and destruction that man's seen, he's surprisingly well adjusted. Still, I wouldn't want to be alone with him. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
That'll be all.
Yes, Commander.
Zaid is quite the character. Yes, I agree. And we did what we did to see the that cutscene, because I just think that cutscene's really cool. So, Chakwas.
How may I help you, Commander?
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander?
I don't know what to say, Doctor. Gardner. How you doing? By the way, no sitting on the counter. That's against health code. So please stop. Biting my tongue on that word. Like literally biting it. Darius, buddy.
Shepard, need me for something?
Let's talk, buddy.
Have you got a minute?
Sure, just killing time anyway.
Killing
I wanted
something.
to thank you again for your help with Sedonis. Whatever happens with the Collectors or the Reapers or whoever else comes after us, I know you'll get the job done.
Who is whoever else? Like the Rowley? Who knows what they're doing, if they're even going to go down this route. But in that next Mass Effect game, it's like, we don't know what to call it. It may have a subtitle. So, I would say, maybe, they're going to pull something out from what they were thinking of doing before, and then use it now. We just won't know until we see more about this game, because we have nothing stating anything. We just have images, and you're left to your interpretations. BioWare, why do you do this to us? Why do you do this? Anyway, whoever else?
You actually think we'll find something worse than Collectors or Reapers?
I like to expect the worst. There's a small chance I'll be pleasantly surprised.
I couldn't do this without you, Garrus.
Sure you could. Not as stylishly, of course. It's strange going into a suicide mission on a human ship. Your people don't prepare for high-risk operations the way Turians do.
Yeah, what about Ilos?
I thought you'd be used to high-risk operations on human ships. I mean, think about tracking Sarah into Ilos.
Sure, but that was quick. We raced out, landed, blew up some Geth, and saved the galaxy. This time we've got Miranda and Cerberus and that AI all telling us what we're up against. I think I preferred blind optimism.
Garrus and CSEC.
Do you ever regret leaving CSEC or the Turian military?
Not for a minute. When it comes down to it, Shepard, I don't think I'm a very good Turian. When a good Turian hears a bad order, he follows it. He might complain, but he knows his place. I just don't see the point in staying quiet and polite. Not when the galaxy is at stake.
Estimation of chances.
Honestly, Garrus, what do you think our chances are?
Honestly, the Collectors killed you once, and all they did is piss you off. I can't imagine they'll stop you this time. But an unmapped area, advanced technology, and the Collectors. We're going to lose people. No way around that. Not a happy analysis, I know. Don't worry. I won't spread it around. And I'm with you regardless.
How do Turian crews get ready for high-risk missions?
With violence, usually. Turian ships have more operational discipline than your alliance, but fewer personal restrictions. Our commanders run us tight, and they know we need to blow off steam. Turian ships have training rooms for exercise, combat sims, even full-contact sparring. Whatever lets people work off stress.
What about Ilos? Why is that still there?
You mean Turian ships have crewmen fighting each other before a mission?
It's supervised, of course. Nobody's going to risk an injury that interferes with the mission, and it's a good way to settle grudges amicably. I remember right before one mission, we were about to hit a Batarian pirate squad. Very risky. This recon scout and I had been at each other's throats. Nerves, mostly. She suggested we settle it in the ring.
What about Ilos?
I assume you took her down gently?
Actually, she and I were the top-ranked hand-to-hand specialists on the ship. I had reach, but she had flexibility. It was brutal. After 9 rounds, the judge called it a draw. There were a lot of unhappy bettors in the training room. We, ended up holding a tiebreaker in her quarters. I had reach, but she had flexibility. More than one way to work off stress, I guess.
Well, Garrus.
Thanks for the talk, Garrus. I'll see you later.
Sure thing.
See you on the thing. So as you know, they're gonna come with me on my next mission. Miranda.
Commander, what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
Always. I'm dealing with a few loose ends for Cerberus. We haven't had much free time lately. But I
Sorry.
haven't forgotten our earlier discussion. I think we're crazy, but I haven't forgotten. Assuming you're still interested.
Oh, I'm definitely interested.
Glad to hear it. I'll be by the next time things are quiet.
That's unfortunate. She has more things to say, but now because we are locked in to we're locked into the relationship with her now, she's not going to say much else. Just that.
Hey, Shepard.
What up?
Jacob deserves better than a father like that. I probably would have wanted to shoot him too. I'm glad to hear Thane and his son are back in touch. It'll be hard, but I think they'll be fine. Joker and Edie are like an old married couple. I keep expecting to walk in on them bickering about the temperature in the cockpit.
Maybe you will. But I don't think Edie cares. Thane!
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Certainly.
How did you get this job? You're not a typical assassin.
If you don't mind my saying, you don't really seem like an assassin.
You've spent too much time fighting thugs who think custom-painted armor makes them professionals. The Hanar trained my body for this role since I was 6 years old.
6?
You've been killing since you were 6?
Of course not. I didn't make my first kill until I was 12. They were training me. I was not to be used and thrown away. I was an investment.
That was his drill mitzvah. You guys really need to check out those N7-day panels where they get all the voice actors together, because Keith here, you know, they have him do some voices, but they have Mark Meir there, and he's being Shepard. He's like, "You've been killing since you were 6?" It's like, "No, don't be ridiculous. My first kill was at 12. It was my drill mitzvah." I'm like, yes. But they have other people there, like Jack will be there, and Liara, and Ashley, and Caden. They're both there. They do them pretty much every year. You really should check them out. I mean, like, don't mind the, like, you know, voting and stuff. And I think it was the 2021. Not 2021, but the 2020 N7-day panel. Man, I really want to do one of those. I want to host one of those. I want to try to get people that haven't been on them before, like Brandon Keener, the voice of Garrus, our boy. You know, it's like, I know not now. I am not big enough by any means to do that. So, you know, it's just Martin Sheen and, you know, Trisha Helfer and Seth Green especially. Get those guys in on a panel on an N7-day presentation. Just ask them what it was like. Keith David. That man too. But also, you know, Jennifer Hale and Mark Meir, Steve Blum, and all those guys, Keith Farley. You know, Kimberly Brooks. I'm just spouting out names now. It's bad we can't get Zaid in there, but you know, I would like to do that. Being a huge fan, and kind of why this game, you know, made me want to pursue voice acting. Check out Chapter 15 and Chapter 16 of Mass Effect Revelation after this live stream to see what I'm talking about, as I am reading Mass Effect Revelation for the channel. Sorry about the delay in Chapter 17, but it is another Council one, so it's a lot of work. Anyway.
You were a child, not an investment.
I've given you the wrong idea. They valued me, yes, as a resource, but also as a person. They regretted their need for me.
Hanar.
The Hanar? Excessively polite, worship the Protheans? They don't seem the type who'd train assassins.
Every species trains assassins. The Hanar are only unusual in that they need other species to do the killing for them. They have a strong grip and natural toxins, but have you ever seen one move quickly outside of water? Or fire a gun?
Well, there's Blasto. He's got a gun in each tentacle and a lever in every port. So, sure.
Why did your parents agree to this?
The agreement was made under the Compact. It was an honor for our family.
The Compact?
We live on the Hanar homeworld because they rescued us, some of us, from extinction. We owe them our lives. That is the Compact.
Tell me about Kage.
Why was your race going extinct?
Overpopulation. That must sound trite to you. Humans developed mass effect drive before the problem became acute. Our homeworld, Rakana, had few resources. We hadn't even developed fusion power when the soil began to fail from overuse and pollution. The Hanar found us a century ago. They sent hundreds of ships, evacuated thousands of us. Billions more had to be left behind.
What's the state of Rakana now?
Do you read your philosophers? A man named Thomas Hobbes. When all the world is overcharged with inhabitants, then the last remedy of all is war, which provideth for every man by victory or death. As Rakana died around them, my people slaughtered each other for mouthfuls of water, crumbs of food.
And that's where we're going to end up if we don't change our behavior. He mentioned that humans found Mass Effect technology before that even happened. Or made Mass Effect technology from, studying the Prothean ruins. He's saying on Rakana that his people did not have such a luxury. And so when they polluted their world by overpopulation and not fixing certain things that they were doing to the planet, it ended up drying out the oceans and that's a real war. That's a war for survival. So change your attitudes, humans. Compact.
What exactly are the terms of the Compact?
There are many things the Hanar can't do, even with mechanical aid. They ask Drell to assist them.
This can't be legal. They made your whole race into slaves.
Don't insult me, Shepard. Anyone can refuse to serve. Few do. We owe our existence to the Hanar. We are proud to repay the debt.
The way you describe it, the Hanar sound like weaklings.
Out here, they are. But if you could see them in the encompassing, the oceans of Kage, you would see them differently. A stream of silver in the dark, looping, diving. So fast the eye can't follow. Laughter like the squeals of a child vibrates the water. They fly over the black of the seabed like birds, plumed with the light of heaven.
But he's human. He doesn't understand these other aliens and what they've got going on. He has to insult them. Just not intentionally. It's like, what? You're slaves? No. They saved them. They kind of owe them a debt. And most Drell, I should say, don't go, nah, I'm not going to serve. No, they serve.
But you don't kill for the Hanar anymore. You're freelance. What changed?
I was asleep for a long time, yes. I paid no attention to what my body was asked to do, but then... Laser dot trembles on the skull. One finger twitch, he dies. Then, the smell of spice on the spring wind. Sunset-colored eyes defiant in the scope. The laser dances away. My apologies. Drell slip into memory so easily.
Yeah, you've done that quite a bit.
Was that one of your assassinations?
Yes. Perhaps we can discuss it later. I've wasted too much of your time.
We really haven't had much to say, saying, I mean, like, we got you, and you're like, I got stuff to do. Pretty much because, well, we didn't have a choice. It's weird, like, I feel like back when I was playing this on the PS3, that, you know, everyone wasn't like, I have to have something done right away. It was loyalty and all that. But I feel maybe it's because we did Zaid's loyalty mission, like, right off the bat, and Kasumi's, so we already had 2 down. Nothing? You've got nothing to say. Fine. Why do I even bother coming in here? I haven't done your stuff yet, so you were just like, can we go do that? And I'm like, no. Need my Paragon a bit higher. Same with tallies. Grunt! Grunt. Come on, Grunt.
Shepard.
Shepard. Grunt.
Just checking in. How you doing?
I'm branching out. Got a list of enemies now. They all give me joy when I picture cutting them, crushing them. There's this one imprint, a Solarian with the... what are they? The things on his head pulled apart?
Antenna.
Bet it caused a generation of revenge. What is that, a few weeks for them? So what did you want?
Don't wear yourself out on someone else's memories. We've got our own bad guys to fight.
Your enemies are my enemies. We'll shove the Collector's claws where a dark sun can't shine, and they will deserve it. I won't disrespect their strengths by doing less than the worst of them.
That's the kind of thinking that will save a galaxy.
You make it possible, Shepard. You're my battle master. You give me purpose. That's what makes Krogan feared soldiers, and not animals. Lead well, Shepard. You have my respect.
It's like, don't go down the middle path with Grunt. Especially, like, don't do any renegade pop-ups. So, man, it's just, like, unsettling to watch. Especially if you've played this game before. But if that was your first time, then I go, why would you do that to him? That doesn't make any sense. Zaid!
Back for more?
Always.
Collectors and Protheans. It's all about my pay grade. I'm more used to putting down rebellions, tracking down bastards who didn't pay their gambling debts. Still, even I know a galaxy-shaking revelation when I hear one. Makes fighting land wars for pay seem small time.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of crazy things, but I never tried to take on a Thresher Maw on foot before. Standard operating procedure when you get a Thresher Maw is run the hell away. Pick up sticks, move the hell out. Krogan don't know any better, I guess. Still, hell of a fight.
Yes, it was. It was a great fight. We destroyed it. Let's see if these guys need to get a room.
Kenneth, what has the new shielding done to your power grid balance?
Not much. With built-in capacitor subsystems, they have a surprisingly low draw.
Doesn't that mean the shielding boost wouldn't last long under fire?
True. They're built for hard, fast strikes, not firefights of attrition.
Yeah, we aren't a warship. I mean, we are, but that's not the goal of the ship. I mean, we are a military vessel. We are a stealth vessel. Probably good for the special tactics and recon. Well, I guess I'm not a Spectre anymore. I'm not a Spectre. Oh shit. Give me back my Spectre status. Give it to me.
No messages for you, Commander.
Oh, I was just about to check. Thanks. Thanks for letting me know. Also, I already read it. I don't know how much money I have. Do I have enough to get this? No. I'm gonna guess no. That's right. We don't need it right now. Not for what we're about to do. That's enough. That's enough! Jesus, look at all that stuff to do still. And you guessed it. Breeding. Reading. Oh, yeah. Breeding. Hebat. Hebat is a methane ammonia ice giant. When Heavy Metals Exo Mining of China won the bidding rights to develop the moon of Presrop in the Century System, it began by establishing helium-3 refueling facility on Hebat. The station, completed this year, is considered a model facility by the executives of the state-run company. Though the station produces more than enough fuel to supply the HMEC ships running to and from Century. Just a moment. Good. It has a crew of only a dozen for maintenance and oversight. Nearly all the day-to-day operations are automated. Sorry, I just read that really weird in that last part. Presrop, though. The first and larger of the two gas giants in the Hawking Eta Gateway system, Teshub is composed mainly of hydrogen and helium. The brown and orange coloration in the upper cloud decks are caused by the upwelling of sulfur from the lower levels of the atmosphere. Wonderful! That's called the Chandrasekhar system. Our favorite system. Now there is something that does piss me off here. Thoropto. Thoropto is a typical ice gas giant with traces of chlorine and sulfur in its atmosphere. It has over 100 moons and an extensive ring system composed of pulverized rock, presumably the debris from shattered moons. Well, we can't be certain. Green. Cantra. A terrestrial world of average-sized Cantras. Atmosphere composed of nitrogen and argon. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of tin, with deposits of calcium aside from some spectacular formations of water ice at the poles. The planet has little to recommend it. We will claim this planet, though. Why not? We'll do the Iridium.
Probe launched.
Tamahira. Tamahira has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and xenon. The surface is icy and composed of sodium oxide with deposits of calcium. It contains a few remarkable metals, but mainly consists of rock. The presence of canyons and floodplains indicates that liquid water once existed, suggesting Tamahira had a thicker insulating atmosphere in the past. Yeah, well, it bloody doesn't now.
Probe launched.
Do that. Claim that planet. And finally, the one that pisses me off. I mean, first, where is it? Where's the scar? You made a model for this planet already, BioWare. Where did it go? You've used it in Mass Effect 1 and Dragon Age Origins and probably the other 2 Dragon Age games. I don't know. I don't usually spend my time looking up in the sky. We will when we get there. Where is it? It's like you had one for the moon, and then you did something with that one to make it look like another one.
Probe away.
Like a different moon or some other planet. Plendagon. Oh, we didn't even read it. So pissed off at the model that they chose for this planet. Plendagon is an arid terrestrial, slightly larger than Earth, but with a lower density that reflects its relative lack of heavier elements. The crust is composed of tin and aluminum, with wide deserts of dust-fine sand that are easily stirred by the wind. Plendagon's most striking feature, which you cannot see from the image to the left, the most striking feature is the Great Rift Valley that stretches across the southern hemisphere. What is most fascinating about the rift is that it does not appear to be natural. The geological record suggests it is the result of a glancing blow by a mass accelerator round of unimaginable destructive power. This occurred some 37 million years ago. So, the weapon. The weapon is where? Because they said that they found the weapon and the target. Out there?
Fuel at 1/2 capacity.
How far can you go? That's as far as you can go. You can waste all of your fuel doing that. Well, it works on PC. You just have to like click it once, or I don't know. Someone I was watching said they only had to click it once. Schwarzschild. Rihali. Rihali is a typical hydrogen-helium gas giant. It is notable because none of its moons is larger than 12 kilometers in diameter, a rare trait among the charted gas giants of the galaxy. So it's pathetic and weird, or it's pathetic and nothing's cool about it. Cool. Linosa. Linosa is a hydrogen-helium gas giant. It is surrounded by several thin rings of debris. Analysis of this debris has been difficult due to its extreme age and fragility, but several, apparently nano-manufactured materials have been identified. The leading theory is that the inhabitants of Atamis mined the atmosphere for helium-3, as you would, because that seems to be very important. We got this guy, Atamis. Atamis is a super-terrestrial world, a third larger than Earth. It is in a post-garden state that clearly shows evidence of attack from space. While now waterless, the shores of former oceans show patterns of cratering too regular to be anything but saturation bombardment by Dreadnought-class kinetic weapons. Although it is unclear how, most of the atmosphere has been lost. Archaeologists have found little of note. It appears that all settled regions were touched by the global bombardment. The few relics found suggest an advanced spacefaring culture thrived on the world somewhere between 20 and 40 million years ago. The level of antiquity makes it impossible to estimate the world's former population, or guess whether it was the race's homeworld or a colony. I think I know what happened here. What do you think happened here?
Probe launched.
So we don't completely spoil anything. Atahil, a typical Venusian, so I almost said Venusian, a typical Venusian greenhouse world. Atahil is only of note for a few scattered craters, though flattened by millions of years of high pressure. The mark of orbital bombardment strikes are unmistakable. It is generally accepted among academics that whoever hailed from or settled Schwarzschild's second planet, Artemis, must have had outposts on Atahil as well. It looks lovely.
Probe away.
$20 to 40 million years ago. Well, I put it in that 37 million. Let's call it. Yeah, somewhere around there. I mean, you do the math, right? You do the math. So what, it's like 20 for a million, right? I believe. So one thought about yeah. So for these cycles, every million years there's been 20 cycles. So for 37 million years, you know, just times that by 20. You get like 700 something, but yeah. Lots of cycles in between when this guy died. Well, we're not done. Leith. Leith is a large moon of pneumocene, massive enough to retain its own thin atmosphere of methane and nitrogen, and heated by the brown dwarf to relatively moderate temperatures. While nearly the size of Earth, its overall density is low, suggesting a paucity of valuable heavy metals. It is tidally locked to pneumocene, one hemisphere always bathed in the brown dwarf's heat and dim red light. The moon experiences constant, weak tectonic activity, driven by tidal fluxes of pneumocene's gravity rather than Leith's own internal heat. Several large ancient volcanoes release wide-ranging flows of molten silicate. Molten silicate. Is that good for weapons? Spike for platinum. Pneumocene. Pneumocene is a brown dwarf of approximately 37 Jupiter masses. It is young enough that some nuclear fusion still occurs within its depths. It is luminous and radiates more heat than it receives from the star Thorn, which, with an atmospheric temperature in excess of 1800 degrees Kelvin, 1500 degrees Celsius. Early probes of Thorn showed evidence of a minor gravitic anomaly in the northern hemisphere. This area of unexpectedly low mass did not move with the prevailing wind patterns. While an investigation was planned by the Basel Institution of Planetary Science, the school ultimately sent an expedition to study the famed deep anomalies of the gas giant Ploba instead. Which we already read about Ploba. That's the one with like pretty much a bunch of computer components underneath the clouds. It's like a planet that's a computer. And I've heard about the virtual aliens, or digital aliens, whatever you want to call them. What if that's what they ended up doing, was making, like, you could say a gas giant like this that covers up this huge supercomputer, mega computer, ultra computer to house all of its people. Who's to say that they're not in the next game? Like the Rowley. Doesn't matter. That is it. And here we are. Boom. Look at that. Derelict Reaper. Orbiting Pneumocene is a 2-kilometer long ship with the unmistakable profile of a Reaper. It has given off power signatures in localized areas, but they are far weaker than a ship this size would indicate. The Reaper seems to maintain a mass effect field that has kept it from falling into the failed star, but massive holes have been blasted and melted into parts of the hull and maintain unrepaired. The only logical conclusion is that the Reaper died, or was at least reduced to minimal functioning a long time ago. Yeah. Let's board it. Garrus. Grunt. Let's see who we have in the profile pic. doesn't even last very long. I have to use it. I have to use it for him. I don't think we're ready for this. Are we ready for this?
What's with all the chop, Joker?
Doing my best. The wind's gusting to 500 kph. There's a second ship alongside the Reaper. It's not transmitting any IFF, but the radar paints its silhouette as Geth.
I guess we know why the science team stopped reporting in. What just happened?
The Reaper's Mass Effect fields are still active. We just passed inside their envelope. Eye of the Hurricane, huh?
Hurricane. Alright guys, you ready? Dead bodies.
Bad. There's blood, but something's wrong with it.
Dead bodies on the ground. This is a Cerberus facility for sure. That's how you can tell. Right there. Bodies everywhere. Money, money. There's going to be a lot of this. So you don't want to put it on the wrong one. You don't want to lose your money. Don't lose your money. You need money in order to get all the upgrades. It's already hard enough.
The airlock has been installed at the far end of the hold section. We have begun pressurization for shirt sleeves work. The crew is edgy. I reassure them it is mere nerves, a superstitious reaction to what this hulk represents. The corpse of a vast ancient life form. Privately, I can't deny the atmosphere. The angles of the walls seem to press down on you. I find myself clenching my teeth.
Reaper indoctrination is an insidious means of corrupting organic minds. We already knew that.
We finished cataloging specimens A203 to B016. No evidence of active nanotechnology noted. Dr. Chindana believes they would have decayed over the last 37 million years. There's not enough data to support his claim. He asserts that the truth is patently obvious. I am concerned. Chindana has been staring at the samples for hours. He says he's listening to them.
Well, wouldn't you if they were speaking? So, okay. So we go. You have to get real close to see that this is a Cerberus facility, unlike the others. Let's do a run back. Cerberus. And Cerberus. It's very subtle. Don't mind the dead body on the floor.
Normandy to shore party.
What just happened?
The Reaper put up kinetic barriers. I don't think we can get through from our side.
So we're trapped. Wonderful.
We'll have to take down the barrier generators from in here. Any idea where they are?
At the moment of activation, I detected a heat spike in what is likely the Rex Mass Effect core, sending the coordinates now. Be advised, This core is also maintaining the Reaper's altitude.
So when we take the barriers down to escape, the wreck falls into the planet core.
And that means everyone dies. Yeah, I got it.
If any helmsman can pull us off this thing before it reaches crush depth, it's you. We'll make a sweep for survivors and recover what data we can. Stand by.
Aye, aye. Good hunting.
Crush depth.
What a mess. Anyone else hungry?
Oh, grunt. Alright.
You're married? You never mentioned that.
Katie had anger management issues. When my brother got married, the best man tried to hit on her. She kicked him down the church steps.
What? Katie's my wife. I must have told you this story.
No, I know my wife. I remember, that day was the only time I saw her wear stockings.
Yeah, the kind with seams up the back. That's what I remembered, too.
What the hell is this? How can we remember the same thing?
It sounds like the Reaper was affecting their minds.
I don't know, do science stuff about it. You're scientists. You're literally on a Reaper. Well, it's gonna happen to us too. Saddle up, everyone. Dead bodies.
Hostiles! I know tanks, Shepard. Hit those.
Oh no. I said stay. I said stay. Good job. That gun procs Inferno really well. So they can prime everyone.
I thought Geth made these husk things.
I'd say this confirms it as Reaper tech.
It's goddamn Reaper. So, I hope so. It's like, dude, this platform isn't even supposed to be here. Zombies! Watch where you're going, Grunt. Where are you going, Grunt? Please come back, Grunt. The fuck? He's just like, what? He's going that way. Don't we have to go that way? Yes, we do, but...
Third day with this headache. You'd think Chandana would have let me have a few hours off. God damn!
What?
That thing, that just gray thing, it disappeared when I looked straight at it. It came out of the damn wall.
upside down.
I'm telling you, this ship isn't dead. It knows we're inside it.
Calm down. Now I'm getting a headache.
Great place. Yeah, this is Cerberus. It's a railing. How do you move about this ship? I guess they wanted easy access, so there's no, like, access up here.
Sniper! I couldn't see the shooter. A survivor from the science team?
Unlikely.
I'll take it.
Hell yeah. Gotta have that stuff for the snipers.
Enemies!
Enemies everywhere.
I'll put them down. Should've run. Now you'll cry.
For fuck's sake, grunt. What are you doing? No. There's no way you can see me. You can't see me. Well, shit.
No shield.
Where'd he go? Why did I just hear Praetorian? Here, a Praetorian.
fire.
I didn't want to use any medical shit. Sorry guys, but also, grunt, what the fuck? Would you like to regroup, please? Did you have a nice nap? Ah, yes. It's great. It's really great. Gotta love it. And then I need this.
This should come in handy.
Chandana said the ship was dead. We trusted him. He was
Got
right.
blood on his face.
But even a dead god can dream. A god, a real god, is a verb. Not some old man with magic powers. It's a force. It warps reality just by being there. It doesn't have to want to. It doesn't have to think about it. It just does. That's what Chandana didn't get. Not until it was too late. The god's mind is gone, but it still dreams. He knows now. He's tuned in on our dream. If I close my eyes, I can feel him. I can feel every one of us.
I don't want to be here anymore.
We've seen these before, Shepard. Dragon's teeth, your people call them. The Geth used them on Eden Prime.
See how the room is arranged? They treated this thing like some kind of altar.
It does look like that. But why would they want this to happen?
You heard the logs. They were seeing things, hearing things. They were being indoctrinated. I've seen a few myself, on Eden Prime, and a few other places. Keep sharp. The science team was nearly 100 strong. There may be a lot more husks in here.
It's just awful. Awful, awful. I've seen speed runs of this. And for some of those I go, I don't know. It's just weird, but also at the same time, if you fail this game, do you get to say that you completed it? If Shepard dies, because there's a third game, if Shepard dies, you can't do it that way. So if you're doing it for the trilogy, then you would have to do more to make sure that you survive at least.
Shepard Commander.
Yes! Yes!
Geth talk. Since it knows you, tell it I don't need its help.
Since when do Geth operate alone? They get smarter the more of them there are.
You seem pretty smart.
Watch right!
Grunt.
Never saw me coming.
Take it! I'll put them down! Too late! Now you're dead!
Shoot off the limbs, shoot off the limbs. I guess I could have used better throw in this episode. It does work very effectively. Highly effectively, even. You could access this terminal from here.
Time to fight!
Time to pay your respects.
One less to worry about.
Okay.
This should slow him down.
Okay, I'm gonna die. Don't get surrounded. Also, make sure you have your armor on. So that when it goes, you can just deal with that. Just being stupid. I'm just showing you can die here. It's
Watch
not
right!
Don't do it again.
Too late! Now you're dead! Weakling! Should have run! Now you'll fry! Nothing can hurt me! Should have run! Now you'll fry!
Run them through, Grunt.
Too late! Now you're dead!
Run them through.
To the left!
I mean, right.
Impact shot!
Oh, yes, the scion.
Burn and die! Affirmative! I got it! Hold fire, Shepard!
Can you shoot him, please? Shoot him!
I am Krogan!
What's this light? I don't know what this light is.
Feel the blood rain!
Heads up!
Yeah, we ain't done.
Too late! Now you're dead!
sounds coming from these guys. Oh man. Yes, come here.
Nothing can hurt me.
Let me hear your weird murmurings. Is that it? I'll try. I'll try.
Incoming! Too late. Now you're dead.
Yeah, except they're like, nah. Except they suck. That's why you have the armor on.
Trouble! I am proven!
This is supposed to be a stealth mission, Grunt. We don't want the Reaper to know that we're here. I think it knows we're here now. Then I guess I decided that I'm going to go loud. Go loud, be proud.
To the right!
And directly ahead of us.
Taking heavy fire!
They're all dead. How'd that feel? Stop missing. Smash these rodents. I shot you. I shot you. I'm just wasting ammo at this point. Get back up there. Get back up there. Get up, Grunt. That was not a good one. Not a good place to be. Again? Thanks, guys. I really needed a way to test my metal. All for 100 credits. What I would do for 100 credits. At least we can start making your shotgun better. Though it's already really good. It's a really good shotgun. Come on.
They've got heavies! Too late! Now you're dead!
Follow.
On your six!
Behind you! Yeah!
On my
Follow.
way!
I got it! Right.
Understood.
Overload.
Fire in the hole! Got it! Yeah. I got it.
Affirmative.
Easy way to get rid of husks. We're killing all of the science team. I hope you guys know that. And this stuff is not supposed to be here, but yeah, I mean, there's all Cerberus stuff on the outside of this Reaper. So it's not even like we really get to see the Reaper itself. We're just looking at Cerberus platforms.
Hostiles up ahead! Got no shield!
They're dead. They're on the ground. Doing all the work again by myself. Oh no. I need ammunition. I mean, thermal clips. It's not ammo. It's not ammo.
Taking fire.
I don't want to use metagel, guys. Come on.
Incoming!
Zombies! So we have to keep moving. They're gonna keep coming if we don't.
Okay, point out the core and I'll tear it up.
Then we get off the ship, fast.
Agreed. Y'all ready for this? Do 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 do. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Why did you have to stick the like ones next to each other? It's confusing. Thermal clips. Wall save. Cerberus facility. Dead bodies. Reanimated dead bodies. Zombie game. In my sci-fi game. Zombies! This is like, how can we make zombies more terrifying? Here it is.
That it?
So the Cerberus team did recover it. But where are they now?
Alright. You can do that with a pistol?
Incoming!
Oh, I'm fired at you. Let's not stand in the corner.
Gonna run! Now you're fried!
Open. Open.
I am Krogan!
Thank you. I'll be taking that Geth with me now.
Shepard, that Geth's still here. Want it for target practice?
Leave it. We have enough trouble.
These guys are hideous.
Tally said no one's ever captured a Geth intact.
You know the risk. That's all I'm going to say.
There's no time for a debate. Move out.
Go, go, go.
Open the port side airlock.
Krogan? Alright, Krogan. Grunt, couldn't you have just, like, parried him and thrown him? I mean, like... So one of the things, it's like... Clearly, we just threw him across.
Go.
And then we jumped across. But Shepard and Grunt are just like... like, trying to carry this guy with them. And I'm like... Isn't, like, everything, like, pretty much weightless at this point? We just knocked out the Mass Effect core. So we should all be like... Oh. In which case, I keep saying Krogan for some reason. But Grunt could have just, like, taken him by the foot and just thrown him at the Normandy, like... Instead, Garrus is doing all the work. Mission summary. Reaper IFF successfully retrieved. Loss of Cerberus team on the Reaper vessel. Unfortunate, but unsurprising. We'll use team's health records for comparisons against Husk encountered on Reaper for possible insight into indoctrination and Husk conversion process. Fuck you. The building blocks.
I think we need to discuss the unique piece of salvage we recovered. For now, we've stored it in EDI's AI core. We need better equipment to fight the Reapers. An intact Geth would be invaluable to Cerberus's cyber weapons division.
We'll have to disagree on that, ma'am. I saw enough of these things on Eden Prime. Space it.
Cerberus has a long-standing cash bounty for an intact Geth. I assure you, the reward is significant.
Well, Yeah, it helped us.
I've killed hundreds of these things, but I've never had a chance to talk to one. This one tried to communicate with us. Hell, it probably saved our lives. Why?
Reactivating the Geth is a risk. If you do so, it should be for humanity's best interests, and not your curiosity.
I still think our best interests involve an airlock.
Jacob, stop.
I want to know why it has a piece of N7 armor strapped to its chest.
Battle trophy, maybe? Would a machine care about that?
No, trophies imply emotions that AIs don't have. I doubt it's more than a convenient field repair.
I'm not deciding one way or the other until I know what we've got here. I want to start it up. Interrogate it.
If we activate it, there is no guarantee we can deactivate it again.
Bullets can.
Jacob.
That's not what I...
Thank you, both of you, for your recommendations. I've made my decision.
Tally's gonna freak when she hears about this. So what about
Don't
this
much
Reaper
care.
IFF?
I have determined how to integrate it with our systems. However, the device is Reaper technology. It is important we test it thoroughly before attempting the Omega-4 relay. It will take some time to properly integrate it with our own systems.
How much
Are
time?
we talking hours or days?
Impossible to say. The technology is complex. The crew will begin work immediately.
Okay. Until then, we keep building our team.
I'll let you know when the IFF is ready for shakedown.
What in the hell, humans? What in the hell? Got our final squad mate. A final one. We go with heavy. My goodness. Reaper IFF has been acquired. That's the identify friend foe. So that we can go through the Omega-4 relay. But we gotta make sure we know how to use it. So, you know, we just live in life. We're living life. And we're just like, we're gonna go about our business now. We still have Jack's, Tally's, the Geth, and Samara's mission to do to get them up to speed. But I have already set the timer. So, in the next episode, we'll be going to do one of our loyalty missions. Should we do Tally's mission, Jack's mission, or Samara's mission? But I will save Overlord for after the game is over, as well as Arrival. So, we are on our way to finishing up Mass Effect 2. But isn't that just something, you know? It's like, one of my questions I always had was, so now can you use the Reaper IFF to go through, like, other unmapped relays? Or was it just the one? It's like, could you, like, find passage through one of the already open relays into a relay system that isn't open? Like, begs the question, it's like, can't I just go anywhere I want now? The Normandy, I should say, can go anywhere it wants. It has the technology. Come on, Edie, unlock it. That's what I think, anyway. That's what I think. It's effectively become a collector vessel. It can show up wherever. And apparently, a collector ship like that can get into the system with Horizon and then be already in the atmosphere of Horizon before they even knew that an attack was coming or an abduction was coming. It's a gigantic ship. I'm sure that, you know, coming through the relay, it had to expel a bunch of energy, unless they've perfected that. And then they somehow make it there. It's like you have no drones, you have no satellites to tell you if something is on the way. Like deep space scans or anything like that. Like, come on. You would have had to have noticed. Does this make us super stealthy now? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Right, humans? Headbutt that like button. Subscribe to this channel. This one. For more content like this. Got Jade Empire playing through on the channel right now. I got a new episode of that coming out on Thursdays now. I got Dark Souls playthrough, which both of these are blind playthroughs, so playing them for the first time. Virgin playthroughs, if you will. So we got Dark Souls, and then the only Soulsborne I've played was Elden Ring. So then I decided to go back to kind of where it all began and do all those as well, because I really enjoyed Elden Ring. So I'm going through and doing blind playthroughs of the Soulsborne games. And then we got Halo 2 coming out this Saturday. So check that out. It's been a 3-week break on that, so hopefully you guys enjoy. Yes. Humans, we got another mission done, another Mass Effect Monday, another glorious Mass Effect Monday, I should say. Marvelous Mass Effect Monday. With my favorite humans and my favorite game. So thank you so much for watching. And I'll see all of you humans next Monday. If this is the only reason why you're here is for the live streams. I'll see you next Monday. Also, whenever I actually get these cut down into nice highlight pieces, I may also see you in those videos. So keep an eye out for those. Now I'm going to go read chapter 17 and get all those voices done. This has been a pretty good warm-up for my voice. And yeah, we can get right into that and then start editing it and post it. I want to get these done sooner. So take it easy, everyone. I'll see you next Monday. Take it easy, humans. I'll see you next Monday for Mass Effect Monday and episode 22. Yeah, and again, we've started the timer, so this should get interesting. We don't like to be all bland and all that, so. In a time of war and any crisis, sacrifices will be made for the greater good. So, we've set in motion. I cannot stop it. I just can't. Bye, humans.